Hey guys, Zerkaa here and welcome back to my Millwall career mode series, and we're going to start off this episode going straight into a simmed friendly against Monaco, and in the 10th minute here Piazon picks up a goal. And then straight away they equalise in the 19th minute. Jake Wright actually gets sent off in the 30th minute. I just basically sped up this Sims match just to quickly get through. Otherwise it would be a bit too long just to show you the whole thing. Obviously I can just press Y to skip it, but I didn't. I like to sit there and watch it all go through. And they scored again in the 71st minute there to make it 2-1, and we actually lost that game at 2-1, which I can't really complain with. Monaco are a good side, but still. Going to look at our squad report, and we got some improvements from Ake, Redmond, Da Costa. Obviously he's a guy we got on loan from Real Madrid, and I probably should have done a loan with future fee offer with him, but I just didn't do it because it didn't work out last time with the keys that I had, so I just decided to not do it this time either. Vidal's gone up to 81, he's now worth 19 million. The guy we got as a free agent has actually gone down -1, and Benzia's gone up a +1. He's now worth 7 million somehow. I don't know how that's happened. So maybe I have to think about playing Benzia over Demences over this season, because we'll see how, because he's worth 7 million, and I probably could sell him on, to be honest, if I actually start playing him. So we'll see what we do, especially with the current rating he's got. He seems to be like he could be a good player, so I might have to try him out in that centre attacking mid role. I then put another offer in. My phone has gone off. I put another in for a Corey for 8 million. Because that's the actually asking price they asked for anyway. So I now got to offer him a contract. He wanted a 35,000 salary per week, and I gave him that because he's 79 rated. He probably would be one of the better players in our team, other than us, obviously like Vidal and stuff. And we need someone solid at that, like him at the back. I kind of prefer to sign the younger players for cheap, and then their value go up. But I think this is like the first time I actually probably splashed my cash, other than Vidal. Because obviously Vidal, I spent like 12 million on him, and that was worth it. Obviously with Akore, he's someone we're signing and we don't actually know how good he's going to be. But with Vidal, we signed him because we knew how good he already was. So it's kind of like a risk by paying this much for him, but we'll see how it goes. My scout come back with some, obviously just looking at the scout reports here. I had the first one from Portugal, didn't really find that too good of a player, that too good of any players. And then this one, I just removed a couple of, I just remove anyone who hasn't got the maximum potential for 85 after their first month, because it's not really, this doesn't really seem worth it in my eyes, because that maximum potential gradually goes down and down. I also went and took some of your guys' advice and actually praised or motivated my team before. Well, basically, I talked to the press before the game, because some of you guys said that has a drastic effect on the way your team actually performed. So I gave it a go. You can just do that by pressing X a couple of days before your actual game is there. You'll see it when it's simulating. There's actually a couple of like red days where you can actually talk to the press. So you didn't know that already. You can. I didn't know that until like the second season anyway, but I've never really done it. So I tried it out. So now we're going to go into our first game of the season against Everton. You can see here I'm just putting a Corey into the team, and it says that he actually plays as a CDM. So I decided to, instead of removing someone out of my defence, because I was happy with my defence, I'm happy with Biragi because he's so pacey, I'm happy with Zuma, and I'm happy with Ake because Ake has a lot of potential. So I put Akore as CDM, so now I've got like an attacking CDM in the form of Bittencourt, and I have a very defensive CDM in the form of Akore. So I think that could work out really well, and it's got a nice balance. And obviously with Gabriel injured, is a good role to replace at that current moment in time, because we haven't really got a very solid CDM as it goes. And obviously the cameras are all on Akore as this game starts, and Akore reminds me of Danny Shitu. You know who Danny Shitu is? He is a centre-back for Millwall in real life, and he's just huge. He's a big, bulky guy, and like you can tell he's going to be a really good player for us. So we start off anyway, go to 37th minute here, and we have a little attack. Piazon with the ball, does a little skill, get past two players, does a roulette, then plays it through to Vidal, who then finesses it in, and Vidal gets our scoring off to a good start for this season. And obviously who else is going to score other than Vidal anyway. So some nice work from Piazon there, nice roulette there, combining with Vidal's finesse there to make it 1-0. And then 41st minute here, Benzia plays it to Piazon, who does a nice little dummy, gets past the defender, goes to have a shot there, but the goalie was out, quick off his line, and blocked that off. Now into the second half, Redmond with some nice skills, runs into his own player, but luckily the ball was still in his path, and Piazon has a shot there, and that is saved. Very poor shot, to be honest, not going to lie. Anyway, we then move on into the 59th minute here, and Vidal plays a nice through ball here to Piazon. Piazon gets ahead of the defenders with his pace, and then you can see Benzia here coming at the front post, so I delayed my run and played it into Benzia, who then picks up his first goal of the season as well to make it 2-0 to Millwall. And Pretty much, it wasn't game over, but we'd have completely dominated this game, to be fair. And it seems like this whole motivating or praising my team has either worked or my team has drastically improved over the summer. I'm not too sure, but Everton didn't really seem to have any form of. They just didn't really seem to bring anything to the table there. They didn't put any cards on the table. They didn't really provide much of a threat against me, and I was comfortable in my lead. So as you see here, I was going for some like long shots and stuff, and I started bringing out the skills. And I almost picked up another goal here, I believe. Lecointe has the ball here. And then he plays it to Vidal, and Vidal of all people you'd know would score there, but for some reason it went wide, and that game actually finished 2-0, great performance all round, and Okore was great in this game actually. That's one thing that did stand out. His stand-up performance was Okore. Just anything that came near him, he just blocked. A lot of you have been saying I need to sign a goalkeeper. I put an inquiry in for Jack Butland, but they wanted 4 million for him, and Jack Butland, like, he's a player who has a lot of potential, and a lot of people sign him in their career modes. But he wasn't that much better than Cragno, to be honest. I think he was like 1 or 2 above Cragno, and they wanted 4 million for him. And I think I need to get, if I'm going to get a replacement goalkeeper, I need to get someone who's experienced, old, and probably like got an 80+ rating. So I've scoured through around looking for one, and I haven't really seemed to find one yet. So whether or not I'll sign one, I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to stick with Cragno again for another season. I know some of you guys may not be happy with that because you probably think that I could perform better if I had a better goalkeeper, because I wouldn't be letting in like cheap goals here and there. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this season pans out, and we'll see what kind of players I can find. So now going into our next game against Liverpool, another Merseyside game here. We're playing against another Merseyside team even, and obviously Liverpool usually tend to be the stronger side out of the two. And then they proved that pretty early on with Asaidi strengthening off Okore somehow and finishing that in the bottom right hand corner to make it 1-0 to Liverpool. And at this moment in time I was like, I was just not feeling too confident. If Liverpool were taking a 1-0 lead against you in the 14th minute, you could imagine this game turning into a bit of a a killing. Apologies for my cough. I seem to have picked up the cough that I had earlier, about earlier this month. I've managed to pick it back up again somehow. We managed to equalise here, Vidal making it 1-1 after Reina made 2 saves, and on the third time lucky he managed to score that. Now into the 37th minute, and we're using our little bicycle kick corner, and we have a header there, and that was saved by Reina again. And from that resulting corner, from that we then do another one of the same corner, play it in, and I think Ake gets set up there, but hits the post and then bounces off Reina, and it is cleared by them. But again, Okore picks up the ball here. Does a nice skill somehow, breaks through. Not the kind of play style that you're supposed to be expecting from Okore, but somehow it worked. And then played it into Martins da Costa. He then shot there, and again it was blocked. It's one of them games where no matter what I did, it was just getting blocked off. And it's one of the games where you think, oh, the game's against me, and this is not going to go my way. Especially when this happens. So all this like random stuff here, and the AIDS. They managed to score that on the stroke of half time to make it 2-1 to them. And at this point, I wasn't really expecting anything to happen. I wasn't really expecting me to get back in this game, to be honest. If Liverpool, again, taking the lead, I wasn't really expecting anything to happen. But I then got skilled up by Shelby here. And I accidentally, I say accidentally, it looked like I had intent to do that. But for some reason, I just completely mistimed that tackle there. And Okore gave away a penalty. And Suarez stepped up to take this penalty. And I think he slotted it down the middle. Yeah, he chips it down the middle and to the right. Cheeky penalty there from Suarez. You couldn't expect anything less from Suarez. And that made it 3-1 to Liverpool. And I felt pretty much down and out. But I went attacking. I was like, no, I'm not going to give. I'm not going to go down without a fight. I went attacking and tried to get a goal. And the ball fell to Piazza there. He then accidentally chipped it. You know when you like try and switch over the players of LB? That happens to be a lot on the rebound, and I accidentally chip it over. But that time it hit the crossbar, and I managed to get on the rebound off that crossbar. Luckily, you see, like he like runs in and steam trains it in. Excuse me. Vidal then gets played through not too long after that second goal was scored there, and he then equalises, and that was not expected. That look within 4 minutes of each other, I've scored 2 goals there. He goes straight back in the game, and that shows that attacking, just changing to attacking after you've conceded, sometimes does really work. And so we're now back in the game, 3-3. And this is when Liverpool steps up the pressure on me, trying to get that goal back. And a shot there, nice save from Cragno onto the post, and managed to clear that out luckily. And again, they piled on the pressure. Johnson with the ball here, having a run, and he does a nice chip ball there to Jose Enrique. For some reason, he's up there. I don't know why he was up there, and he headed that narrowly wide. There's a nice closing down work there from Redmond. Makes Bittencourt free, and Bittencourt shoots there, and it scores it. He scores it to make it 4-3. You watch the replay here. Nice tackle from Redmond, and then it shoots in. And that is now 4-3, and that game finishes 4-3 as well. And that was a great result from us, to be honest. A great turnaround. Look, they scored on the 50th minute. We then scored on the 52nd and the 54th. So that great little switch over from a change into attacking. It really seemed to work for us. And we walked away with our second win of the season already. 2 wins out of 2. And this season looks like it's going to start off really well for us. So that's the end of today's episode. I'll show you the league table at the start of the next episode. If you want to check out the trials video on my second channel, there's a link on the left hand side, and if you want to actually subscribe to that second channel, there's a link on the right hand side as well. And I shall see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.